Hello everyone, this is the daily devotional video for April 24th, 2017. Our passage for today is in the Old Testament. It's in 1 Samuel chapter 16, and we're reading verses 6 through 13. So it was, when they came, that he looked at Eliab and said, "Surely the Lord's anointed is before him." But the Lord said to Samuel, "Do not look at his appearance or at the height of his stature, because I have refused him. For the Lord does not see as man sees. For man looks at the outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart." So Jesse called Abinadab, and he made him pass before Samuel. And he said, "Neither has the Lord chosen this one." Then Jesse made Shammah pass by, and he said, "Neither has the Lord chosen this one." Thus Jesse made 7 of his sons pass before Samuel. And Samuel said to Jesse, "The Lord has not chosen these." And Samuel said to Jesse, "Are all the young men here?" Then he said, "There remains yet the youngest, and there he is keeping his sheep." And Samuel said to Jesse, "Send and bring him, for we will not sit down until he comes here." So he sent and brought him in. Now he was ruddy, with bright eyes and good looking. And the Lord said, "Arise, anoint him, for this is the one." Then Samuel took the horn of oil and anointed him in the midst of his brothers. And the Spirit of the Lord came upon David from that day forward. So Samuel arose and went to Ramah. Reading this passage before I start the devotional is I can imagine Jesse being his proud father, knowing that one of his sons is going to be anointed king. And he has, how many did it say? 7. He had 8 sons. Jesse had 8 sons, and knew one of them was going to be anointed king by Samuel. And Jesse was probably so excited one of his sons was going to be king. And he thought, well, it's got to be one of the big, strong, husky, young, sons I have. And he brought each son before Samuel. And Samuel was like, "Nope, God says that's not him. Nope, God says that's not him." All 7 sons go by in front of Samuel, and Samuel says, "The Lord doesn't want any of these men." And Jesse's about thinking, well, all that's left is my youngest son. He's just a sheep tender. He's like the weakest one of the bunch. He's So I can imagine Jesse kind of being bewildered, like, I have 7 big, strong, commanding men here. Any of them would be an amazing king. You want me to go get my little boy, my little sheep tender, and bring him in before you? And Samuel said, "Yeah, we're not going to sit down. We're not going to go further until you bring him to me." And as soon as David got in front of Samuel, God said, "That's the one." God doesn't always pick the biggest, strongest, most talented, most qualified person to do things. Oftentimes he'll pick the most unlikely choice. I just want to point that out before I read the devotional. The title for today's devotional is, "What is your true purpose?" What do you live for each day? A pay raise? Retirement? Then perhaps you discovered the reality that basing aspirations on getting ahead in this world typically ends in disappointment. People with a misguided sense of direction often wonder why they feel unfulfilled. Maybe you've already achieved a goal of saving for the future or moving up the corporate ladder. You give to charity and volunteer at church, but somehow still feel a sense of insignificance or aimlessness? If so, there's a truth you need to hear. God gives each of us life for a very specific reason, namely to serve Him. Nobody finds inner peace without reconciling this fact. Our society teaches us that pleasure, prosperity, position, and popularity will make us happy. But living to serve ourselves always leaves an emptiness that no earthly reward can fill. Besides, worldly philosophy won't stand the test of time. Few of us are going to live even 100 years. So whatever we'll become in this life, we are in the process of becoming that right now. Consider David. He was anointed king long before actually assuming the role, referenced in 1 Samuel 16:12. He spent many years serving the purpose of God in insignificant places while developing into a great man. As his story shows, discovering God's purpose for your life is the surest path to success. Our Father's purpose for us comes from His heart of love, which is perfect. None of us can know the things that He has in store for us, but we can trust His plan. Surrender to Him and say, "Not my will, Lord, but yours be done." Amazing. If we live our lives trying to serve ourselves and make ourselves happy and only achieve the things that we want, it's going to be an empty, meaningless life. We are put here on this earth for a reason. That is to serve God and to point others to God. If we're not doing that, then whatever we're doing with our lives is not going to amount up to anything. Serving God is the one thing that matters the most in this life. It's all that matters. And I pray that today and every day you would ask God to help you to spend every day of your life pointing others to Him and being Christ-like in all you say and do, because it's the best use of your time. I love you guys. Hope you have a great day. Thanks for watching this video, and I will see you guys back here again tomorrow.